Hello all, welcome back to part 2 of Pathfinder Kingmaker. So let's say Wrath of Righteous here. So if you remember from last time, we basically just created a character. I didn't realize, I was explaining the mechanics of trying to explain some of the mechanics of the casters, and all that, but yeah. Let's begin, shall we?
Where are they? This is taking forever!
Amiri!
Didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Jamani Aldori.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point.
Sorry.
South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's
I
title?
will, of course. I'm the leader of this team,
off.
after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Alright, so I'm not sure a male's voice will fit for this, so I'm just gonna choose which one it is, because I don't think my voice will be it doesn't really fit with the characters, so I'll fuck off, and basically you can attach your own voice to it if you want.
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here. And it won't, while I still breathe.
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course,
Magic.
we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, Well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Ah, tieflings.
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build...
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor.
Now you're talking.
Excellent.
All right.
You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest.
Thank you again.
Oh, we prepared some supplies. Oh, perfect. Ah, Lindsay.
My name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson? Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. It doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs.
Praise Desna.
This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way. Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, all right? I'm sure you'll agree.
All right.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Save game here. I can actually change that. For some reason I wasn't able to change this fucking title on the save, the name of the save on PlayStation 4, but now they're on PS5. For some reason, Brexit can change it. Hip hip hooray.
No time for idling.
Right. Now, obviously I can't, right, so in the last video you mentioned I was going to bring my character in. I can't actually do that right now until we actually get started, until we get to the first tavern, which is actually pretty early on in the story, so basically we'll do that very, very soon. So for now, I think that I'm actually in the Stolen Lands myself, already there. Oh, one thing we should probably do is use that automatically. So now, because that's a cantrip, we don't actually... Right, so now here is where the mansion gets attacked. Boom!
Help! Help! The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Oof! Jesus! Ooh. You're not going anywhere, bub.
I don't
Yes, I know how to play the game. You don't keep telling me. I'm not going anywhere, am I? Here, suck on this shit. Shit. Oh, nice miss. Now we got point blank range, so we should be right. Hopefully. Why didn't I just use that before?
Friendship lasts
We'll just take
forever.
all this shit.
How cute!
Wait, do I have a... What weapons do I actually have equipped? I got... Oh. Crossbow and natural sword, right.
Adventures are exciting. Come at me, I dare you.
It's gonna get real-time combat going, because we don't have to... This will be an easy battle. We don't have to fucking... Why is it... I can't fucking...
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have
Oh,
been?
it's been such a loss.
But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It...
Simple smile goes a long
I'm not putting the ring on.
trouble.
For no anything, I know what this ring fucking is, and then he's gonna blame the entire thing on me, so... Right, now before we do anything else, let's go... Oh, there, that's my room.
The world is
Poor
full of
bastard,
wonder.
slaughtered in his sleep.
Friendship lasts forever. No time for idle.
Oh, yeah, so the thing I forgot to mention, with the Sorcerer Bloodlines, if you do a Draconic Bloodline, the corresponding element to that dragon's... Well, to the corresponding element to that dragon's breath attack, for example. So, for example, Silver Dragon has a cold breath, meaning ice. For example, Amelia's abilities, like ice attacks, like... Well, it's her spells that have revolve around the element ice or cold will be doubled in power because of her affinity for ice and her Silver Dragon bloodline, because Silver Dragons breathe cold ice. So that is why you're wondering why, if you're wondering why the cantrip's doing so much damage, that is why it's doing a bit more damage than what it usually would do. Ray of Frost, I mean. Sorry, I should
They
say.
choose to
Kill
stand
him!
against me.
Oh, get off with it. I know how to fucking play. Oh, they lose consciousness. I'll come out. Oh, so they don't die straight away in combat if they fall unconscious. True, I
Adventures
suppose
are
not.
exciting.
They would have to actually be attacked constantly and killed while down.
Friendship lasts forever.
All according to plan.
No time for idling.
Poor bastards, didn't even wake up.
The world is full of wonder.
I know what to do.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Save here? Where are we at? I'm going for time.
Adventures are
Yeah, big time.
exciting.
Here we go. Amiri.
It's the end for you rats!
They dare to attack me?
She's that strong.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood
for Gorham! Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
The dangers don't frighten me.
What's this? It's a frost giant, Jesus. Luckily, they didn't see us.
This works for me.
A sweet smile, a gentle voice, and kind words will help.
Well, they won't be
win
needing
their
that shit
hearts.
anymore.
And if that fails, I'll use my sharp nails instead. Easy.
Let's make this quick.
God,
No time for idling.
we'll gather everything up so we can sell it later. That's why I'm gathering everything up.
Applause, please.
I'm trusting you here.
Is there
Yes,
trouble?
we can actually use some weapons. I'm sure she won't mind.
A simple smile goes a long way. The world is full of wonder.
I'm by your side.
No time for idling.
What's this?
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over. How would she know it was us and not the assassins?
Don't drag me into this.
Yeah, no, we're not.
This way.
We're chaotic good. We're not fucking thieves. What I do have to do though is
Adventures are exciting.
actually equip what I was actually going to do before, and actually equip weapons that I could use. Replace that shit that I can't use a longsword? I can use a longsword, good. That's the longsword. That's not the fucking longsword, that's a... Why am I still got a dagger there?
I wrote it like I saw it.
You did. Now here, take a dagger.
I always have a second plan.
Just letting the ink dry.
Is there trouble?
There we go. Longsword acquired. You might even do a bit of Hitman today. Oh, alright. Shut up, game. I'll drop some shit then. I know it looks good, but there's a reason why I'm not putting it on. For now, at least.
The world is full of wonder.
Right.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean, undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
And so they walked
How
on.
curious.
No time for idling. Adventures are exciting.
Anything else?
Hey, have a look!
Applause, please.
There's something over there! A simple smile goes a long way.
Lindsay, get another trap here for you.
Applause, please.
Applause, please.
Is there trouble?
Hmm?
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
We got Inquisitor on our side.
Friendship lasts forever.
I will grant your request.
No time for idling. The world is full of wonder.
All according to plan.
Right. I'll look
That
in more
is
statues.
possible.
Ah, what the fuck is crawling all over me? The shit? Probably ants again. Fucking Jesus.
You can count on me.
I'm crawling on my ass.
I will indulge you.
So they're all up. Now, if I'm correct.
I know what to do.
Oh, they are changing it. Fuck. So that changes that one. Right. Worst comes to worst, we just skip this. There we go.
A simple smile goes a long way. I don't tolerate threats.
Oh shit! Didn't I realize that was her?
Adventures are exciting.
Urgathoa guides me.
Yes, she was just gonna go through one. There you go.
Friendship lasts forever.
That is possible.
Dispatch them and move on!
Oh fucking here we go, dwarf.
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends. I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive. I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance.
I will grant your request.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh.
I'm dying. I knew this expedition was doomed. Oh, Grotus, my vision darkens. That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
Fuck's sake. Grotius is the... Grotius isn't exactly a... I don't think he's an evil deity, but he's not a good deity either. I think he's neutral. Oh, fuck, I need to delve into lore a bit. Basically, Grotius is fucking... the god of end... It's supposed to be the end of all things. But... and some of his followers, I think, take that to just like... Oh, I don't know. It's easy to explain once you go through the story.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god. Not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Aaron is at your service.
Grotius' followers tend to be like fucking doomsayers and fucking melancholy bores, to be honest. That's how annoying they can be.
No time for idling. Is there trouble?
I'm trusting you here.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi. Keston, House Gares, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fate, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
May Abadar keep you safe.
Abra, the judge of the gods.
Brings us closer to the...
And so our adventure started, early and much more tragic than we expected. The whole team gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Amelia, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartusio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori is waiting for us, but to get to her we have to march through fire, literally. As we approach the burning building, we drench ourselves in water. For instance, key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes, and here after that we tried to find a less dangerous passage. Alas, there was no such passage. The villains who attacked the mansion knew what they were doing. The only path to the bank hall led straight through the fire, which kept spreading despite the guards' best efforts. Having ascertained this, we covered our noses and mouthed before we rushed inside. Fuck, this is a lot of reading. We shouldn't have wasted our time looking for another path. Oh, while we did, the fire caused extensive damage to the mansion. As soon as we entered, we heard the horrible crackling sounds of flame. Wall next to us quickly slanted, threatening to fall in the house. With no time to think, we reflex darted away from the wall to avoid the flame debris. Ran forward, hoping to make it under the wall before everything crashed down. One of us pressed up against the wall, trying to hold it up just a bit longer. One of us really pushed it. It's forward, taking the weight of the blow themselves. There we go. I don't know what state to say, anyone, gods or luck, or just our own dexterity, but the flaming loaves and red hot bricks didn't hit any of us. The way back was blocked, but we weren't turning back anyway. We only had one more to go. The hot air in our lungs and air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Amelia led us stubbornly through the flames while Tadushio did nothing useful at all. We made it to the hallway leading to the bank hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie. One of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in the calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty, but now amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burnt, barely living guard in her hands. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out. Help me pull them out." Tatsushi grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Amelia rushed to save the guards from the fire. Saving the poor was harder than it seemed. We inhaled a lot of smoke and burned ourselves more than once before managing to pull them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe sweat from her face. "Thank you, that was truly noble of you," she said. Now let us rush to Lady Adora's side. Ensuring the guards we rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Right, so I took a bit of damage.
I'll share my path. A simple smile goes a long way.
What a surprise, I am fatigued. Although, she's not living, she's an undead, so she may not get fatigued. We will take all these healing potions though. Your potions are mine.
Friendship lasts forever.
To victory!
Kill them! 7 the odds for fall. And I'm down. Amelia's down. Oh, we got a mirror. There you go.
As you order.
In your faces, jerks. We're going good for time. I shall end the episode. So praise be by Aristotle, we did it. So he worships, he's a cleric of Aristotle, supposedly.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more...
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this woman. I saw how she dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with her through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand. He's got the eyes of a spy. And the mug of a spy!
Punch him in the face!
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
Is it not insane to be faced with death and stop to question whether you may be breaking some law or rule? Our leader acted wisely.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authorities be a leader herself?
One who worships Desna.
What about that trick she pulled right before we came in here? She knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, she dallied as long as she could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine.
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but she behaved decently, as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If Tartuccio allows, I would join his team. Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
Yeah, so Valerie, they're in Dungeons & Dragons and games like this. There's 4 corners of the universe. Well, alignment corners, or well, kind of 4 forces that act with each other and act against each other in the universe. So you got good, evil, and then you got law, and chaos. So the 9 alarms are obviously neutral good, neutral evil, neutral. And then you got chaotic evil, chaotic good, and then chaotic neutral. Lawful good, lawful neutral, and lawful evil. Lawful evil would be, for example, a baron who exploits his people. Uses the law for evil. He exploits the law, so he exploits the law and uses it for evil. Kind of like how, example real well, Russia. Vladimir Putin. Probably not a good example, but close. He's using his government to exploit Ukraine and all that, to fuel this war. He's portraying his invasion as noble, although I don't really think no one could call it noble. Chaotic evil would be someone who just fucking slaughters for the fun of it. Like, they literally do... Chaotic evil is like a person who would do bad things for the fun of it. To destroy beauty and all that. You know, the beauty of the world, life. Someone who whores beauty and all that. Chaotic neutral is one whose actions tend to be chaotic, but they're not really swayed by good actions or evil actions. Neutral is just someone who's neutral in all things. Like, they're not swayed by good, evil. Someone who would do that would basically be probably one who just would... A hermit. A hermit would be just neutral. They just don't care. They just stick to themselves. Chaotic neutral would be, for example, would probably be... what would be a good example? Fuck, I don't know. Probably a rebellious soldier, I would think, probably the best example. A rebellious soldier, someone who does things for their personal gain, but is not swayed by morals. Lawful neutral will probably be a judge, I suppose. Someone who has to be lawful, but has to be neutral in both good and who can't be swayed by good and evil. Lawful good is literally doing good by the law. Helping other people out as long as it doesn't violate the law. Neutral good would basically be just someone who just goes out and helps people, does things for the good of it. They're not swayed by too much chaos. They don't care if they do chaotic actions. They don't care if they do lawful actions, as long as they just do good. Chaotic good is someone who is good at heart, and they value freedom above all else. So they will literally do anything to advance the cause of good. Meaning they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't do any evil actions, but they wouldn't be above violating the law to do if they thought it would advance the cause of good. If they thought, for example, that evil baron, that lawful evil baron that was exploiting his people, a chaotic good person would go out of their way to purposely break the laws and violate the laws and help those citizens, and probably even give them the courage to also violate those laws to take down that lawful evil baron, for example. So in terms of Valerie, she is literally lawful neutral, I think she's lawful neutral. So because we display chaotic actions, she doesn't trust us because of how chaotic our nature tends to be. Well, Amelia's nature tends to be.
Our leader. What wisdom lies in minding orders, laws, and rules in the face of oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow? I will go with her team.
So I'm actually going to try and make King chaotic good, meaning, a chaotic good whose kingdom values freedom above all else, but is not above, but doesn't mind breaking the laws to help people.
Our leader is good in battle, but
obviously you can't do that in the real world, so don't even think about trying to break any laws, but
I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you.
As for me, I know neither of these two. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this woman. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
oh god, Amelia's fucking awesome.
All right, we have two teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's Crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post.
And that's where my character will be introduced. Oleg Levitin's trading post.
For a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patax. But you should know that it isn't just Patax we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champion.
Right. So it was prologue, I'm sorry.
surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
Right. So basically, we are going to Elder's Trading Post, and we shall meet my character there soon, after we fucking do this random encounter. Annoying! Fuck!
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh, good. We can actually... Yeah, this is good.
Right.
Alright. Oh, I got it in the episode. I'm fucking over. Fuck! Damn it! Alright. As much as I want to continue going, I appreciate you all for watching. If you enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until next time, everyone, farewell.